As a result, Kandi entered into this divorce with the intention of maintaining a cute, cordial, and respectful relationship. However, she knew she had reached her breaking point when she discovered that Todd intended to contest the legality of their prenuptial agreement and pursue primary custody of the children, baby. In the amended complaint that Kandi has now submitted, she is making it abundantly clear to the court that she will not be a problem for the children in any way, shape, or form. During her explanation, she mentions that she had a full-time nanny for both of the children from the very beginning, and that Todd was fine. In the past, he had a favorable opinion of the nanny. Kandi also has her parents to consider in addition to that. In addition to this, she has a large cluster of family members who all reside within a radius of 5 to 20 miles from the location of the family home. It is now official that Kandi is requesting primary custody of the child. Regarding Todd, Kandi has stated that he is permitted to have visitation, but that is not the end of it. Please hold on, there is more. The assertions made by Todd that he was coerced into signing the prenuptial agreement are also being refuted by Kandi. According to the allegations that she has made, that is complete and utter nonsense. It has been stated by her that she possesses audio and video receipts. I concur. The night before the wedding, Bravo showed Todd a video in which he stated that he was okay with signing the prenuptial agreement as long as 2 provisions were included. Do you know what took place, Todd? And if there is one thing that we are all aware of regarding Miss Kandi Birds Tucker, it is that she does not engage in reckless behavior with regard to her financial matters. Kandi will always show the bite to match her bark when it comes to her coins, despite the fact that Todd may believe he is the big dog at this day. We are going to delve into this story as well as a great deal of other material. However, before we proceed, I would like to request that you make sure to subscribe to this channel and press the bell to receive notifications. This will ensure that you are not left out of any news regarding this story or any other news. Let's get back to the meat of the matter. Now, before you all get all excited about receiving 2 candy-coated stories from me in a single day, remind yourself that Kandi is about to turn off our water supply. Take a deep breath. This woman is all about her coins, and it seems that we have been receiving an excessive amount of information about her business for free. Baby, I told you all that. Kandi has just submitted a motion to seal the document, as well as a motion to obtain a confidentiality order. What exactly does that imply then? No more paperwork, no more filings, no more tea, no more flashbacks to Bravo, and no more in-depth investigations into her economic situation, her children, or anything else that is taking place behind the closed doors of the courtroom. Kandi is basically telling Todd to keep his mouth shut, but I'm not going to read all this. You should not discuss this matter with anyone else if it is not the judge, your attorney, an accountant, or any other person who is connected to this case. The only people you should discuss this matter with are those who are associated with this case. Leave the house and have a few conversations. Consequently, this order is going to be broken. The proceedings and all aspects contained within them should be sealed, according to Kandi, because it is in the best interest of the minor children to prevent disclosures on social media, the internet, and the media in general while the matter is being brought before the court, which would then compromise the integrity of the proceedings as a whole. I am reminded of Todd's response to Kandi's complaint right here in section 23, since Kandi has expressed a desire to conceal the fact that she is going through a divorce. It specifically states, while husband remains hopeful that the parties will settle all issues amicably and privately, husband expressly reserves the right to assert and add more reasons for divorce as permitted by law. As a result of that, I am attempting to keep a low profile, but if you want me to take it to the next level, I am willing to openly discuss everything. At that moment, Kandi said, "Hold up, keep it on the table." That Kandi did not sign the initial petition was something that Todd's attorneys made sure to point out, and they used this fact to their advantage. Consequently, Kandi has now submitted a brand new verification page following the initial petition that she submitted. Something like that only takes place when the opposing side calls it out. Attorney Randy Kessler, who represents Todd, has a great deal of experience. Furthermore, Adama McKinnon, Kandi's attorney, was employed by Randy Kessler as a copy clerk. He is pointing out that she is making some mistakes at a very young age. But child, she is making some mistakes. Now, let's move on to the revised petition that Kandi submitted. According to the current information, the petitioner and respondent tied the knot in April of 2014. The parties drafted, negotiated, and signed a prenuptial agreement that is legally enforceable in accordance with the statutes that are applicable in the state of Georgia prior to the date of the marriage and the ceremony that was conducted to conduct the marriage. During these considerations, both on and off camera, the respondent was represented by attorney Randy Kessler, who is also Todd's attorney. During this time, he offered the respondent legal counsel and direction. Furthermore, the journey that the party took to execute an enforceable prenuptial agreement was filmed and broadcast on Bravo television network with the knowledge and consent of both the petitioner and the respondent. This was done for their 5-part reality television documentary titled Kandi's Wedding, which made its very first appearance on June 1st, 2014. It was during a private encounter with the petitioner, and after consulting with his attorney Randy Clare, both on and off camera, that the respondent made the audible announcement that he was indeed willing to sign the prenuptial agreement. This transpired during the course of this documentary. Both the petitioner and the respondent are public figures and self-employed entrepreneurs who work in the metropolitan area and throughout the United States, Kandi continues. Both of them are also self-employed workers. All of the petitioner's expenses for a full-time nanny have been paid for by the petitioner during the times when the work schedules of the respective parties required them to travel. There has been no objection from the respondent regarding the nanny's provision of care and assistance to the parties with regard to the minor children throughout the entirety of the marriage and since the birth of each of the minor children so far. Additionally, prior to and following the birth of both of their minor children, the petitioner and respondent were both required to travel away from their residence for extended periods of time, both independently and jointly, in order to fulfill professional obligations. The petitioner has a diverse and concentrated family support network that includes maternal grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins who live within a radius of 5 to 20 meters of the family residence. This network is in addition to the nanny service already mentioned. According to the petitioner's support network is easily accessible and has the history of providing emotional and physical support to the minor children throughout the duration of the marriage. Accordingly, the petitioner revises her petition and asserts, in accordance with OCGA Section 19-9-3, that it is in the best interest of the minor children for her to be awarded primary physical custody of the minor children, while the respondent is awarded parenting time with the children on a consistent basis and in accordance with a parenting plan. This is done in order to ensure that the children are provided with the best possible care. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that the person who is granted primary physical custody of the children is the one who is entitled to receive child support payments. This man is not receiving any kind of payment from Kandi in any way, shape, or form. To put it another way, she is saying, "Look, I have my support system. The nanny is on her way." Having said that, I believe that the children appear to be doing well with the daycare that their father provides for them. Previously, you expressed a desire to have a younger sister. I agree. Up until the point where I witnessed how you all were constantly surrounded by children, I had no idea that you were employed in any capacity. She focused solely on songwriting when she was younger. Now, she already has 20 jobs, and you need to make sure that you schedule enough time for us to be able to afford the things that we have in our lifestyle. People are required to have jobs. In the event that you are not present, the money is of no consequence. Therefore, Kandi's wish for relief in her newly amended petition is that she be granted a divorce from respondent in its entirety. It is proposed that the petitioner be granted joint legal custody of the parties' minor children, along with the authority to make final decisions regarding matters pertaining to academics, education, and healthcare, both on a temporary and permanent ground. That the petitioner is awarded the sole custody of the minor children on a temporary and ongoing basis, and that the parties' child support obligation be determined by the child support guidelines of the state of Georgia, and that the prenuptial agreement is carried out on behalf of the petitioner and the respondent, and that the applicant is granted any such other and further relief as the court deems equitable and appropriate. It was then that Kandi posted the subliminal image of the father lion attempting to examine the young lion and the mother lion saying, "No, that's my baby." You came across the incorrect one, a pop. People have been attempting to convey this information to her for a very long time. For him to come to you with the information, it appeared to be a plan that Todd had devised. When it comes to this divorce, things are getting pretty sticky. As long as I am able to, I will continue to work on this case, even though I am unsure whether or not our waters will be officially cut off. The thing that I need to do is get a response from you. What are your thoughts on everything that has been going on within the context of the case involving Kandi Tucker and Todd Tucker? If you leave a comment, you will be aware of how we operate. In the following paragraphs, we will discuss it. Talk to you guys at a later time. Adieu. Once again, I want to thank you for watching. In order to ensure that you do not miss out on any of my new episodes, make sure that you hit the bell, the like button, and the subscribe button before you leave.